What?
What is it?
Bless you, madam. Bless you. I, that I am, fought in the Great War against the Dominion. I lost my weapon, lost my sight, and lost my freedom. Can't do much now on account of my eye. If only I had an extra septum to help me buy a loaf of bread.
I've heard a thing or two, but it's going to cost you. Haha, yes, that's what I like. Thank you.
I hear some unique people pass through the Restful Watchman. Spending a night there might be interesting. Lots of them. I was there, you know. At the Battle of the Red Ring. I saw the bloodshed, the chaos. I had a journal, kept a record of all that I went through, but those damned bandits came through and stole all my belongings, journal included. Serves me right for trusting that slimy Argonian and the tavern. Towers and Corners, or whatever his name is. You do that for an old beggar? Praise the divines! I'll reward you as best as I am able.
Until next time.
Excuse me, sorry to bother. I don't suppose you've seen any priceless Sakaviri heirlooms gallivanting around Bruma, have you? Sakaviri heirlooms. Priceless Sakaviri heirlooms. Seen any? As I suspected. Sorry to bother you, citizen. Just, let me know if any do crop up, yeah? Thanks. A whole lot of uproar about nothing, that's what. The Count's been nagging my life and soul out about the damn things. You see, the Carvanes have a sort of family tradition. They've acquired a taste for Akaviri artifacts, constantly collecting more and more. Been going on for centuries now. Well, it turns out poor old Count Desilus, Count Carvane, isn't too happy that his collection's been stolen. Well, that's... who am I kidding? Absolutely. This is driving me crazy. Just bring them back to me when you've found them, and I'll be extremely appreciative. And I mean extremely appreciative. Seriously. I feel like offing myself right about now. I have no idea how they'd manage that, honestly. Either adept stealth or good luck. Probably a bit of both. Akaviri artifacts. I don't know anything more specific than that. Rignar and the Count both told me, but honestly it flew in one ear and out the other. If you want to know exactly what artifacts to keep your eyes peeled for, talk to Rignar. I'm sure he can help you more there. Not in particular. Then again, the lowlives of Bruma don't exactly hide themselves all that well. The shadier tavern in town, the Restful Watchman, full of thieves, bandits, thugs, and other miscreants, might be a decent place to start your search. I'm not too sure on the details of that, to be honest. Rignar, the castle steward, was the first one who noticed them missing. Might be worth speaking to him, if you think that's interesting evidence to dig up. Almost definitely the resale value. Akaviri artifacts are very often one of a kind, and they can fetch a very high price to the right buyers. Someone possessing those artifacts could find themselves becoming very wealthy very quickly. I suspect that's the motive here. It's tough. On one side, you've got criminals, the kind that like to hide behind law and policy to wriggle out of justice. On the other, you've got politics, constantly meddling in our affairs as everyone walks on eggshells. And here I am in the center, just trying to make things work for the people. Sometimes I wish I'd stayed down in the Imperial City. Yep, me and my family. Wife and children are still there, in fact. Left because the place is swarming with people. Hard to find any work. Came up here, couldn't find much work either. Joined the guard on a whim. Saw a lot, rose through the ranks. And now I'm guard captain. Funny how things work out. I try to take my duties seriously, and send as much as I can back to my loved ones. Well, I don't know if I'd go that far. We have it fairly okay compared to some other parts of the province. The problem is that the criminals here aren't driven to it out of desperation. They just want the coin, to get rich. They know how to game the system. Except Dartacto. He's... well, never mind. I've probably told you too much. You're right. Well, listen. Dartacto's a thief. Likes to call himself a cat burglar. Funny Khajiit sense of humor. But it's funny, he steals from those who don't deserve what they have. Like, say, other thieves or power-mad politicians. And then he sells the stuff. With a discount for those who truly need it, no less. I don't understand that cat. But I can't really complain. As thieves go, he's one of the better ones. But he currently has charges leveled against him from Cetus, the owner of Icewind Traders. So that's that. More than you might think. Between the Count, the White Gold Concordat, and all the other treaties, the rules are constantly changing. All I want to do is protect these people, jail criminals, earn my keep. And then the damned wind changes, and with it, the law. And then, what do you know? I'm supposed to jail this group, and that group, and the other group. And for what? For politics. Despite it all, though, I wouldn't trade this job for the world. It's rewarding, fulfilling, and at least it lets me provide for myself and my family. Goodbye.
Marcius Carvey, Viscount Bruma. The title garners a lot of respect and a fair few privileges. Anyway, how can I help you? I am Marcius Carvane, Viscount Bruma, at your service. Have you read my book by any chance? Yes, An Explorer's Guide to Skyrim. Very popular in Skyrim. Seems to turn up in the most unusual of places. It's quite interesting. It also affords me a fair amount of respect. Being the Count's second in command is no mean feat. The usual, honest citizens, wild animals, bandits, all in one melting pot. That and stubborn Talos worshippers. They've always been a risk to Bruma since the Concordat. Old habits die hard. As Viscount, I'm a sort of secondary Count, if you will. I deal with a lot of the same duties as the Count, albeit deferring to him. Often, when the Count is busy with other matters, he delegates lesser affairs to me. Bye.
I'm the Count Steward here in Bruma.
If there is anything you need, I'll try my best to help you. So the guard captain's actually looking into it. Excellent. Can't have the Carvane artifact collection lost to some random burglar. I didn't know. I was just doing the rounds here in the castle. I was about to go to bed for the night when I noticed something. Normally there's a little glint in the corner of my eye. The light bouncing off of one of the Akaviri amulets. But this time, nothing. I went to investigate, and the artifacts were gone. I'm sorry I can't be of more use. Some amulets, some rings, a katana, all of Akaviri design. Priceless relics. Very valuable and very well loved by the Count. Best of luck with your investigation. Good afternoon. County Bruma is the jewel of Cyrodiil. Though the mountains may be frosty, the hearts of our people are as warm as the brightest hearth. Of course, that's not to say that she's perfect. As with any county, we have our fair share of vicious wildlife and shameless brigands. But we don't let that put a dampener on things. That's the Nord way, after all. And Bruma's as Nordic as she is imperial. Indeed I am. I handle the day-to-day business of the county on behalf of the Count, the fair and honorable Silas Carvane. See you around.
It's a complicated task, let's put it that way. On the one hand, there are the Imperials. On the other, there are the Nords. And then, there are the other cultures to contend with as well. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that the Stormcloak uprising in Skyrim has complicated things to a certain extent. But I'm proud to serve Bruma and her people. I am Silas Carvane. I have the singular honor of acting as Count of Bruma, defending her walls and ruling over her people. I am young, and I know some use this as ammunition with which to criticize me. But they are short-sighted, and they are foolish. I act in the best interest of Bruma at all times. I will always fight valiantly to defend her from threats both within and without. That is what matters. Well enough, I suppose. The Great War mostly spared Bruma, thank the Divines for that. Most of Cyrodiil didn't have such good fortune. It didn't, mostly, and thank the Divines for that. Of course, there were Dominion scouts roaming the Gerals on occasion, but that's to be expected. Minor skirmishes are not what people refer to when they speak of the horrors of the Great War, though. They mean the Battle of the Red Ring. They mean the sacking of Anvil. And these are evils that Bruma was spared. Her walls remain unharmed, and her buildings remain upright. That being said, Cyrodiil herself reels after the Great War, emotionally and psychologically. It took its toll on the whole province, and Bruma is no exception. Bruma may be spared the physical scars of the Great War, but the mental scars, they run just as deep here as they do anywhere. Not particularly, no. I certainly don't envy my friends across the border in Skyrim, though. These are truly dark times for the Empire. Let us hope that this storm blows over, as of all the rest. But something makes me think this one's different. I fear Tamriel will never be the same again. If it's work you seek, speak with my Viscount, Marcius Carvane. He's more likely to have work for you than I. He spends most of his time in the castle. Bruma is the jewel of the Geral Mountains. A strong and hardy city, imperial in name, but equally Nordic by blood. And while the county surrounding her is frosty, as Viscount Carvain says, the hearts of our people burn brighter than the warmest hearth. We have our share of problems, I won't deny that. But Bruma is a prosperous county given the times. Compared to Shadenhall and Breville, Bruma might as well be paradise. And at least we were spared the horrors of the Great War. Mostly. Farewell.
Finally tracked you down. You're not an easy person to get a hold of. I've got a delivery for you. Just give me a minute. Got to root around and, ha! Here you go. I think that's about it. Right, I'd best be off.
No?
？Why are you talking to me of all people?
早く着かないかな。 どこ？ ね
Vale wood scholar, streaming anew into to which it is streaming on the boss man. They love the sinew. Sinew the Bosmer love.
Renaud, you're distressing the customers.
Distressing? I am distressing the customers.
That's what I just said, yes.
You are... You dare... How dare you? I am outraged. You hired me to play songs in this bar that is so far below my standards, and now you proclaim my music as distressful? I'm done with you standards, and I'm done with this shoddy excuse for a tavern. I'm off for the Restful Watchman, your top competition. How about that, huh? And you talentless, tasteless fiend! How dare you insult my music? Could you do better? No, you couldn't. Because I was trained at the Bots College in Solitude, and I'm the foremost practitioner of the art of song since Wagner himself. You are nothing more than jealous maggots, grasping your waist to insult me and belittle my talent. And to that, I say, good day!
Ultra, did you change the linens like I asked?
Of course I changed the linens. Don't you trust me, Stantis?
Why do you say that?
Today it was the linens. Yesterday it was the bath. It feels like you don't trust me.
I'm sorry, love. The inn has just been so busy lately, and the stress is getting to me. I didn't mean to take it out on you.
You should take it as a compliment, Stantis. The jail here is busy because of our hard work.
Yes, you're right. One of these days, though, I'd like to take a vacation. To the Highlands, perhaps. Or maybe High Rock.
I could tolerate High Rock.
What can I get you? I just wish my Heron was here. He would always make these long days seem much shorter. I'm sorry, don't mind me. Just a soldier's wife missing her husband. He was stationed at Fort Pale Pass, but we haven't heard anything for months. None of the soldiers passing through here on leave have seen him either. I've sent letter after letter, but they still haven't told me anything. I have no idea where he is, what happened to him, or if he's even still alive. The Imperial Fort placed right on the border to Skyrim. Mostly watches for illegal border crossing. Yes, many times. I've sent letter after letter, but heard nothing. I can send as many letters as I want, but if Heron isn't even at the fort, then he's hardly going to see them, is he? You would? I'd be indebted to you if you did, stranger. Like I said, he was garrisoned up at Fort Pale Pass. It's right on the border to Skyrim. Good luck. And please, stranger, I beg of you, find my Heron.
Come, warm yourself by the hearth. We're renowned through all Cyrodiil and beyond as the finest inn, restaurant, and entertainment location in all Tamriel. We spare no expense for our customers' pleasure. Business at the Gerald View is always good, due to our exceptional standards for customer service. We strongly believe that if you build it, they will come. I heard the general store, Icewind Traders, got robbed by the Khajiit, Dartakto. Or so Cetus says. Ah, you did well to choose the Gerald View. Your room rental also includes complimentary access to the Gerald View bathhouse on the lower floor. Peruse it at your leisure. Our customers find it very rejuvenating. Your room is just here. Come, let me show you.
I'm proud of my ancestry, as should you be, Felinord.
Let me know if there's anything else you need. The Gerald View. We have drinks, beds, and food. Which do you need? Any or all? As it happens, yes, I do. I need the shipping request delivered to Greenwood. My regular courier is unavailable. If you're able to act in his stead, I'll reward you with coin. Excellent. Take this to Afor Famalius at Greenwood, down where the Gerals meet the Great Forest. I'll deliver payment on your return. I heard the city guard are trying to crack down on smuggling. Been too many illicit goods making their way to Skyrim from here. Empire doesn't like it one bit. Cheydinhall's overflowing. Aftermath of the Red Year. There's some trouble going on with the Jukanis. Family feud or something. Their arguments aren't exactly hard to overhear. Ever been to such? Should consider it. I hear it's absolutely picturesque. Went to head there myself, but no time, running the view and all. You know that bard, Renaud Eventoned? Yeah. I hear the Jukanis paid him to watch over and entertain their kid Banus while they were out of town. Apparently, his attempts at lullabies scared the child so much he ran away from the bard and cried in the street until his parents got back. There's a Thalmor agent here in Bruma, making sure no one violates the Concordat. So I'd advise you not to, if you don't want them to slap you in irons. I hear the Count's cracking down on criminals in Bravo. About time. Relmte has been complaining about some noise nuisance. Talks my ear off about it. Probably that damnable bard, Renaud Eventoned. Adius Villius has been walking around looking flustered lately. You know, captain of the City Watch. Not sure what's got him in such a knot, though. You ever hear the history of Cloud Ruler Temple? Of course you have. Used to be a home of the Emperor's Blades. Now it's old ruins and overgrowth. Sorry end for a glorious bastion of the Empire. I hear tensions are flaring up in Cheydinhall. They've been bubbling over for a while. Dark Elves and other Dark Elves, I think. Something to do with the Red Year. Bad business. See you around.
Damn it, if only that infernal bard would shut his mouth! Oh, his name is Reynard, even told. Damned fool apparently thinks he's the divine's gift to singing. He's terrible, and he's loud. You can hear his terrible performances from the streets. It's getting very irritating. The beggar, Relante, has shown a particular interest in getting Reynard to shut up for some reason. You could go speak with him. Perhaps he'd even pay you. Yes, indeed. This one labors long and hard to earn his keep. Hunting can be tiring, exhausting, but this one must press on. Although... this one is feeling a bit lazy today. What if you were to bring him some bear pelts instead? He will pay you well. Because this one has lucrative contracts with the merchants in Bruma that ensure he makes a profit. So D'Artagnan will simply offer you a price between the standard going rate of the pelts and the lucrative price he will receive. Profit for everyone, yes? Except Sidus Perusius. He has no idea he's being ripped off. Excellent. Just return to this one when you have, say, 10 of the pelts. How may little D'Artagnan help a big one such as yourself? This one likes to stay south of the border. The Empire makes the Nords let you through the walls. It is better than constant wandering, even if not so profitable. But there are still many septums to be had. If you mean to ask why D'Artagnan is nothing elsewhere, it is quite simple. He came to Citadel a great many years ago. So long ago, he does not even remember the reason. And he has stayed here since. There are plenty of opportunities for adventure and profit, if one knows to look in the right places. About D'Artagnan? Not so much to tell. He comes from elsewhere, but his home is in Citadel. He has spent most of his time walking Tamriel in this place, and so far, he has no desire to leave. This one hunts, and he sells for a tidy profit. He plunders ancient tombs and caves in search of treasure, and treasure he finds. He lives comfortably, even if he is not rich. He is self-sufficient, and he is content. This one has been falsely accused of stealing from Icewind Traders, the general store. They tell him he has stolen their hides, and that he is selling them at his stall. This is false. This one has done nothing of the sort. In fact, perhaps you could help. Aedius Villius is the captain of the guard here in Bruma. If you speak to him, perhaps he will change his mind. This one fears he considers him a dirty thief and will not hear his pleas. Thank you. May you eternally walk on the warmest, glistening sands. These pleasantries please you, yes? Then Khajiit will continue.
Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother. It's just that my most prized possession has gone missing, and I fear that without help, I'll never get it back. I normally wouldn't approach a stranger like this, but, well, I'm at the end of my tether. I could really use some help. Could I hire you? I could pay you handsomely. Okay. Give me a moment to compose myself. There's a priceless heirloom in my family that has been passed down throughout nearly my entire ancestry. As you may know, we Dunmer revere our ancestors greatly. Ancestry is incredibly important to our people. Therefore, you understand how important it is to me that my heirloom is returned. I am... my apologies, friend. This theft has left me quite flustered. Of course. I'll pay you a handsome sum for returning my heirloom to me. Excellent, thank you. The heirloom has been stolen. Well, by all accounts, the thief fled to the northeast of Bruma. I suspect they're holed up in Frozen Grotto. If you are able to retrieve my heirloom for me, I'll be forever in your debt.
Ah, another patron of this fine bathhouse. Please, come in, come in. The water's fine. Excellent, even. Ah, someone else who desires a relaxing bath, yes? Welcome to the bathhouse, fair patron. So, to whom do I owe this pleasure? An excellent name. I get the feeling that you and I are about to become good friends indeed, yes? I call myself Bathes in Murky Waters, though friends call me Bathes, for I enjoy bathing in baths very much. These are dark times for the Empire, wouldn't you say? It still has not recovered from the Great War, and now, once again, it appears it will descend into turmoil. The Dominion are increasing their presence, and I hear rumors, whispers on the wind, of insurrectionist groups agitating against the current government. Some of the political families of Cyrodiil are even vying to place themselves upon the Ruby Throne. What say you to that, friend? Baths are relaxing, yes? Unwind the muscles, release tension. Surely the best place to have rational discussion about sensitive subject matter. Ah, but friend, that is a fool's outlook. If you do not involve yourself in politics, you become a powerless spectator. Now, friend, tell me honestly, and remember we are friends here, in this most innocuous of public places. What do you truly think of the Median Empire? Ah, come now, friend. Surely you are no stranger to the imperial concept of small talk. I will tell you what I think of it in that case. This empire has been an utter failure. It has failed to protect us from the Dominion. It is reeling, and it will soon die. But the Empire is greater than its current Median rule, and it cannot be allowed to collapse, no. There must be change, yes? There must be revolution. Do you not agree? This greatly saddens me. But time may change your political allegiances, no? You may yet stumble upon me bathing elsewhere, when your thoughts are different. Yes? And now, my friend, I must depart. I am sure we will see each other again. An interesting conversation we had in the bath, no? Even if we turned out to disagree, perhaps you will think differently when next we meet, yes?
Stantus tends the bar and rents out our rooms. I keep the view running. The Gerald View is the finest inn, eatery, and all-around establishment for miles. We accept no compromise and no substandard customer service. We tirelessly ensure that each and every one of our customers experiences the finest resting, eating, and drinking experience possible. Good as always. Through hard work and exacting quality standards, we ensure our business never wanes. As a matter of fact, perhaps so. We're currently waiting on a delivery of cider from Applewatch, but, well, it's late. I don't think anything bad has happened. Poor Avon's probably just overworked, but we need that cider before our stocks go low. I'd be happy to provide you with the appropriate recompense. Excellent. Applewatch is just to the west of Bruma. Please, hurry.
Greetings, Nord. This one hopes you come without prejudice, but rather with open arms. Talk to you later.
Huh?